job titles, status, wealth, external expectations. In today's discussion, we're going to discuss how to shed your old identity and become your best self. We're going to be answering the question, who are you really? So stick till the end and subscribe. For the past 2 years, I've been chasing a dream half-heartedly. For context, I grew up and I was expected to go to college, get a normal 9 to 5, get married, save for a house, have kids, the basic standard American dream. Now, growing up with that expectation and growing up with the dream, seeing people on the internet living their best lives, people playing video games for a living, people streaming, people just chatting with people, it's confusing because you grow up seeing the possibilities out there in the world. You grow up with the internet, seeing that there's potential for so much more than what we were taught by previous generations. And so, growing up, I had two identities. I had my old self, which was telling me to go to college, get the 9 to 5, and satisfy all of these expectations. And then I had another identity that's been buried as time went on, telling me, why can't I do what these other people are doing? Why can't I be great? Why can't I be a pro athlete? Why can't I be an actor? Why can't I be a pro gamer? What's stopping me from doing this? And as I would listen to my intrinsic motivation, these expectations from outside of me would grab that identity and pull it back down and bury it and be like, no, we have to be like this. We have to get that job title. We have to get a certain amount of money. We have to please other people to their expectations of me. And growing up, it's confusing. If you feel overly tired, if you feel drained, maybe it's because these expectations are weighing you down. I've been traveling around Japan for the past almost 2 months now, and I've been battling with the question, who am I really? Who am I? What am I doing in this life? What are the routes in life that I want to take? What do I want to see? What do I want to give to the world? What do I want to experience? And I couldn't figure out the answer for the longest time because there was two parts. One part was telling me that I need to get a stable career. I need to save up my money. I need to find a career with the 401k. I need to work for 40 years in a job that I can tolerate. And in my free time, I can do my hobbies. But if you're ambitious, if you have dreams that are real, and you see the possibility online, then you know how I feel. You know that it's not enough to accept that life that's given to you. It's not enough to accept the expectations and wonder why it's so difficult to wake up. Why is it so difficult to do basic things, to take care of yourself in a basic way? Why can't I keep up with other people? Other people seem happy. Other people seem like they're able to accept this reality. But if you're a deep thinker, if you can elevate your consciousness and see beyond this plain life that we've just numbed ourselves to accept, we've just consumed social media, consumed drugs, consumed porn, consumed alcohol to just bury that ambition and to bury your dreams and tolerate the life, the absurd life that we're given. And so I've been traveling across Japan for the past couple months asking myself this question. I quit my job, my stable, cushy government office job. And I've been thinking, is this really all there is to life? Is this where all my talents lie? In sitting behind the desk, scrolling Excel, manually typing stuff into a computer? Am I really pushing my boundaries as a human being? Am I really contributing to the world? Am I really experiencing a life I want to experience? Am I inspiring other people doing this? And so I lived two lives. One life telling me I should just accept my fate and accept the norms, and another life telling me that there's so much more inside of me. So the question is, who are you really? Are you both of those voices? Are you the dreamer? Are you your expectations? And it's dangerous to live by your expectations, because the more you please other people, the more you're building something you're not. The more you try to live your life towards expectations, towards your family's expectations of you, towards your job title, towards societal expectations of what is praised and what is respected. Do you really want to be a doctor? Do you really want to be a lawyer? Do you really want to be a construction worker? Do you really want to do these things? Or is it because you're told to do it? You're told it's a good field, you're told it'll make money, you're told it's stable, you're told it's got a potential in the future, it's a good career. But if you're like me, you know there's so much more. I finally sat in this hotel room last night thinking, is this what I want to do? I'm about to go back to the States in a few weeks, and I was thinking, okay, I will go into a career, I'm going to try substitute teaching. It's something that's more flexible, I'll have more free time so I can do my hobbies and potentially become a teacher. And if I become a teacher, I'll have good benefits, I'll have a lot of time off, it's a fulfilling career, and then in my free time I can do what I really want to do. But isn't that backwards? Isn't it the other way around? Shouldn't I be doing what I want to do, and something like substitute teaching or whatever temporary job you can get is to help you towards that goal? Why is it we're telling ourselves we need to be into a stable life, a stable career, and then we can enjoy, and then we can live our lives, and then we can actually pursue what we want to pursue? But the reality is, life isn't in the future, life isn't in the past, life is now. So why are we saying, okay, I will get stable first now, and then I will push my dreams down the road. I'll kick the can down the road for another day. When I'm more stable, when I'm ready, when I have more time, when I have more energy. But is that really who you are? Because if deep down you're feeling like there's so much more, then what's stopping you? And I asked myself this. And I saw that I care so much about what other people think of me. I want to please the people around me. I want to live up to those expectations that were externally given to me so I can please these people. And the reality is, why am I trying to please people? This is my life, and my dreams and my intentions don't harm up these people. It's just so out of the norm that the external expectations are so different than what the dreams are. I'm afraid, or I was afraid. I was afraid that people would think I'm crazy. I was afraid that people would think I'm stupid, that people that would think I'm taking risks that are unnecessary, that people would think I'm wasting my life, that I'm not pursuing a stable career, that I'm not pursuing a stable job, I'm not going to pursue something that makes a lot of money. And so, with those fears holding me back, what I ended up doing for the past 2 years when I told people I'm going to chase my dream on YouTube, I had one foot in the door doing YouTube and the other foot far into my expectations of living this stable career path and being like, okay, if I have this foot being stable, then I can always retreat back when it's too painful to take another step forward into my actual dreams. And so I was living in this half identity world where I'm not fully in. And what happens when you're not fully into your dreams is you're going to half-ass it. You're going to live with fear. You're going to live like, okay, I'm allowed to be bad at this dream because I'm not actually even trying. I'm too scared to try. I'm too scared to tell people that, no, I am chasing my dreams and this is what I'm going to do. And it's going to be bad at first. It's going to suck. People are going to question you. But if you're fully committed and you have people around you that truly love you, They'll support you no matter what. If you have a vision, they'll support you. And maybe they won't. But that's where you have to build so much self-delusion and self-belief. And you have to believe it first. Because if you don't believe it fully, if you believe that being half safe and being always able to fall back into a career you can just waste your life away in and not live with yourself fully, not live fully as a human being, then you're not going to believe in yourself and you are not going to succeed. You will get half-assed results with half-assed effort. So, are you going to be somebody that is half you, maybe a third of you, a third of your real dreams and your real desires, your real intentions? Are you going to be buried by the expectations of other people? Are you going to let that control your life? I really thought about this seriously. I thought down the path, what if I do go into substitute teaching? It's a very respectable career. I'm not saying that it's not respectable, but it's not what I want to do with my life. And I don't think it's an easy job either. I think it's going to be difficult. There will be at times where it'll be frustrating or times where I don't want to do it. But my point is, I thought, what if I lived this life? I'm a substitute teacher. Maybe I'm good at it. Maybe I can enjoy it. Then I become a teacher full time. And then it's like, okay, then what? And then I accept that life. Most of my time is teaching people. It's probably pretty fulfilling. But then I will sit there with the whole ocean inside of me saying, why aren't you chasing your dreams? Why aren't you doing what you actually want to do? Is this the life you want to live? And then if I'm half in and half out, I can drown out that voice and be like, no, but I'm tired. I'm tired today. I'm tired. I had a long day of teaching. I'm tired, I need to focus on teaching. I need to focus on my family. I need to focus on organizing my finances. But it's like, you're tired because you're not doing what you want to do. If it's really something you want to do and pursue, your dream, then it's not going to be something that drains you. Maybe you get a little tired from pursuing it at first, but then you realize you can sleep deeply at the end of the day because you're satisfied with what you've done. You're satisfied with actually putting work towards something you care about. And I'm going to tell you now, it's so much more draining half-assing your life. If you want to rest, then rest. If you want to work, then work. Do it 100%. No one is going to tell you to do something that you want to do. No one's going to help you. At the end of the day, it's you and your belief in yourself. And so, who are you really? You're somebody with a dream. You're somebody with more aspirations than what you've been told. If you're in a dead-end job and you hate your days and you've accepted that fate of being like, I'm just going to be doing this for the rest of my life, then you've given up. You've given into expectations of you. You're given into fear of not being able to make it past that point. But you have to believe in yourself and have a vision. And I'm telling you now, you know what you want to do. Sit and feel and think what bubbles up. What is it that's holding you back? For me, I looked outside this window and I sat. I was honest with myself. I cared so much about what my family thinks of me. So much because I love them so much and they love me so much. I'm very blessed to have a loving family. But I cared so much and so deeply that in my head that expectation weighed so much on me that I'm like, I can't break this image of being a good boy that does what they're told and that lives this life that they've been given, that lives this life that they've been told to do. And so I sat and I was like, do I want to live in this identity? Do I really want to live this life when it drains me? I know it drains me. And even my family at times are a bit confused because they're like, I thought you wanted to do YouTube. Why are you not really putting all your heart into it? And it's because I care about them so much. I care what they think. But really, if you have a dream, if you have a vision and you make it clear and real and work towards actionable steps towards it, be realistic in a way that you're not just full delulu, you're actually thinking of strategy and plans towards your dream. And so, who you are isn't your expectations. It's not what you should be doing. It's what you desire to do deep down. And that's a question only you can answer. I can just tell you that it's not going to come from the external world. It's not going to be what you were told growing up to do. It's not going to be something that is expected of you to do. And that's why I see so many people burn out, especially in my generation, because we see potential for greater things, but we drown ourselves out in doom scrolling and all that crap, so we don't have to think about it, so we can just do the path that we're told to do. Because you know what? If you can numb yourself enough, it's actually easy in the short run to do a path that you're told to do. But if you can't wake up from that voice, if you can't take the red pill and wake up, Neo, wake up, because there's so much more. Thank you for watching.